Aileen, tell us how long you've been at William Hill.
So I've been here 5 months, joined in September of last year.
So not long?
Not long at all.
How have you found it so far?
Brilliant, loving it, really enjoying meeting new people, learning a lot about the industry. I knew nothing about it before, and yeah, having a really good time so far.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background before you joined William Hill?
Sort of my early career, so I actually joined an energy company first. Back after I finished university, I went for a summer job and I went down to see the HR team. They were called personnel in those days, a while back. I went down to see the team and they had an opportunity. I got the role. I was there at the energy company for about 7 years as an HR advisor, learning all sort of the grassroots of HR, doing everything, recruitment, interviewing. I started my CIPD, which is the professional qualifications for HR. I then moved on to RSA, the insurance company, back in 2001. And I started there as a HR advisor at a local office in Chelmsford, between Chelmsford and London. I was doing a lot of, again, sort of understanding of HR, sort of the local issues. And I was there for actually 16 years, and during that time I did the local HR role. I also was a training business partner, which involved leading a small team of business trainers across the organisation. I then moved to an HR consultant role, which was actually a role I really enjoyed, managing large-scale HR projects, things like big organisational change, transformation programmes, and then I ended up there as an HR business partner, so a partnering role to the business, dealing with a lot of senior leaders. I business partnered the COO team, which is essentially like a central office function, sort of IT, risk, data teams, and then I left there 5 months ago and joined William Hill, and I'm the group HR business partner.
And we're very pleased to have you here.
Thank you.
What do you love about William Hill the most?
So cliche as it must be for an HR person to say, I do love the people. I was really warmly welcomed. I met a lot of people in my first few weeks. Had a great handover with the person that was leaving. Spent some time with some of the teams as well, which is a great, when you're new to an organisation, to have that opportunity just to go around and to see what people do. People were very keen to talk about their career. And also to talk about them and the work they actually do and the industry itself. I have to say I know more about horse racing now than I did 5 months ago. My knowledge still needs to increase, but I know a little bit more.
There's lots to learn.
Lots to learn.
I know you've only been here for 5 months, but what about the things that aren't so great at William Hill?
So I'm still fairly new, so it's all still enthusiasm for me in terms of my role. I suppose one of the things from an HR perspective, we've got a lot to do on engagement, from our engagement results that we had, but also just, talking through with some of the people, there's a lot more we can do on that as well. So part of my role is really to support that process as we go throughout kind of this year and onwards as well. Help the leaders and the teams themselves to actually make this a great place to work.
So what's an average day or maybe week look like in your life, Aileen?
So I think one of the things with HR is if you want an average day and an average week, do not join the HR team. It's extremely varied. We do a lot. So I'll have a plan for maybe my day of the week, and probably by about 9 o'clock that's gone out the window and I'm dealing with something else. So sort of things I will do is a lot of obviously meeting with leaders, and we'll talk through kind of what our people plans are in terms of communications, engagement, what it looks like from an organisational design perspective. Is there things we need to move around, small scale things, but then also larger scale things that particularly as an HR person we get involved in when they involve the impact of people. And obviously working through with the leaders to make that a process that is comfortable as it can be in difficult times. There's a lot of difficult situations we have to deal with. Other things that I'll be doing, so this week I'll be interviewing. Last week there was a leadership development programme, so we're all part of things like that. It's part of all, I suppose, an employee's life cycle within an organisation, joining, the development that people do within their time in a job, and then I suppose for some people as well leaving organisations and trying to make sure we can be supportive as we can be throughout that whole process.
What about your advice for the future if someone's looking at a career with William Hill?
I think one of the things I've learned through myself and with other people is really it's about you taking control of your career and what it means for you, because it will mean different things to every person, whether it's somebody wanting progression or somebody just wanting to expand the role that they're actually in. So take a bit of control about that. I mean, we have lots of resources available to people, so we have lots of things on our go-to website to help people, whether it's tools or techniques for career planning. And then also think about the external resources available. There's so much nowadays, and one of the key things is people. Talk to people. Who is somebody you aspire to either be like or be in a role like, or somebody that role models behaviours that you like or skills that you want to mirror. And I think also see things as opportunities, things that come up your way. Sometimes things that don't work out quite as you thought they would be, a job that you didn't get, or a rating that performance rating you didn't get that you thought you should, but see it as an opportunity. What else can I do to actually develop myself more in the way I want to go?